Guys, good morning. So first things first, one of you guys texted me saying that you never got a workout from me 2 days ago, which should have been a chest, shoulders, and a triceps routine. I texted a few of you guys asking if you guys got a workout link with it, and everyone said yes. So if you didn't get a workout from me 2 days ago, let me know. I'll send it back out. Maybe it was just maybe a weird kink in the system, and for some reason you just happened to slip through the cracks. Either way, let me know. I'll send it back out. Hope you enjoyed the leg workout yesterday. Today, the only thing we're going to cover are going to be your back and your bicep muscles, otherwise known as our pull group, because these muscles all make a pulling motion regardless of what position we're in, okay? So we're going to start off with a resistance band pull down. This is going to resemble the cable pull down that we do at the gym, where we're this way and we're pulling straight down. So got the bands at the top, or got the door stop at the top of the door. I laid down a mat on the ground because I am going to be taking a knee and I don't want my knees to be on the floor, okay? So here we go. Make sure our bands are even, of course. Knees on the mat. Now I want to lean forward slightly with this one because I want the movement to be down and not back, right? So if I'm leaning back this way, I've now turned the movement where I'm pulling back on the handles. I don't want to pull back with this particular movement. I want to pull down, so I am going to have a slight forward lean. That way when I pull on the handles, I'm pulling down and not back, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. It should. So right here, and then all I'm going to do, first thing, I'm going to bring my shoulders down. So if my shoulders are up by my ears, it's going to make me pull with my biceps, and I'm going to feel it in my arms. So what I want to do is bring my shoulders down. That way I engage these big middle back muscles known as our lats, latissimus dorsi, all right? These are the guys that we're trying to work. So right here, shoulders down, and I'm going to pull the handles down till they're below my chin. Back up, 2, back up, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to get to 12 to 15 of these guys, okay? So again, shoulders down to engage my lats. I'm going to pull back, or excuse me, pull down, and then back up. All right, that's going to be our lat pull down with the resistance bands. 3 to 4 sets of those. I'm going to move the mat over because from here we're going to go into a bent over row with the resistance bands. So we're going to adjust. I'm going to pull my door stopper out, and I'm going to bring it to the bottom. Boom. From here, I'm going to pull my bands till I'm nice and tight, right? From here, I'm going to stick my butt out and push it back where I'm in a bent over position. So from here, the handles, I'm going to go into a neutral grip. Neutral being my palms facing each other versus my palms facing down or my palms facing up. Neutral grip, palms facing one another. Stick my butt out, push it back. Now this way I've got a nice flat back here, okay? I want to keep my chest up, that way I don't round my back this way, and I don't want to set myself up for a lower back injury, okay? Right here, and then all I'm going to do, pull the handles back by pulling my elbows back, back out, 2, back out, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do a bent over row with the resistance bands. If I'm feeling this one in my bicep, what am I doing wrong? More than likely, you're not pinching your shoulder blades together, okay? So what I want you guys to do when you're doing the pulling motion, instead of pulling your hands back, just like with the lat pull down, visualize yourself pulling your elbows back. And when you pull your elbows back, I want you to pinch your shoulder blades in the back. A lot of you guys heard me say crush the soda can, right? So pretend there's a soda can between your shoulder blades, and when you pull the handles back, boom, we're crushing that can, okay? So if you have a little bit of a pain in your lower back during this movement, let's move the door stop to a different position where you don't have to be bent over for this movement. So it's going to be the same exercise, just if we move the position of the bands, we won't have to worry about being bent over, okay? So once again, we're going to move the door stopper. Right here, I'm going to bring it to about waist height. roughly, okay? So all I did was move the door stopper up a little bit higher to where now when I do the movement, I won't have to be bent over. All right, where my handles here, make sure they're even. Okay, so right here, neutral grip with the handles, staggered stance, standing row with the resistance bands, back out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 to 15 here. Same exact movement. The only thing I've done is change the position of the door stopper, so now I can do the same movement without having to bend over, okay? Is one better than the other? Not necessarily. I would just say if you've got a lower back issue going on and you can't stay bent over, I would move the door stopper up. That way you can do this in an upright position, okay? And then of course we take our staggered stance. That way we're not swinging back and forth. Make sure we're moving with your arms and not with your torso, okay? And then everything else we talked about. Pinch your shoulder blades together, pull your elbows back, all that good stuff to make sure that we're getting the emphasis on your big lat muscles on your back and not in your biceps. Those are coming up in a little bit, okay? All right. From here, I've got my 2 back exercises. Let's say we did 3 to 4 sets each. From there, we're gonna go into your rear delts. Your rear delts being the back part of your shoulder. So I pulled my doorstop out, but I'm not going far with it. All I'm gonna do is bring it up a little higher, say about shoulder height. Boom. Shoulder height with the door stopper. So from here, I'll show you a couple variations of these guys. Feel free to pick one, whichever one you like doing more, okay? So we're gonna do a reverse fly. We've done these bent over, but for this particular variation, we're gonna be doing them standing. So right here, once again, neutral grip, palms facing each other. I'm standing upright. From here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the handles back. 1, back out, 2, back out, 3, 4, 5, okay? Reverse fly for your rear delts. Adjust the weight where you need it to be. With this one, I'm letting you know right now, you're probably gonna wanna be pretty light on the bands because this is a fairly difficult movement for a fairly small muscle. As such, the weight's gonna be a little lighter, okay? Other variation, I'm gonna take this handle, I'm gonna loop it around my doorknob, okay? From there, I'm gonna pull it tight on the other end. That way, I've got one side supported on the doorknob, the other side I've got in my hand. I'm gonna do the same thing, only a single hand variation right here. And all I'm gonna do, reverse fly with the bands, single arm variation. Okay, if you wanna put a little bit more time and emphasis on each side, you can do a single band or a single arm variation. That way you focus on each side individually instead of doing the 2 sides together. Right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way 12 to 15 on these guys, okay? You can do the same thing by taking the bands and putting them down at the bottom of the door and do a bent over variation. Again, if you got a little bit of a lower back thing going on, you're probably not gonna wanna do that position, okay? All right, so we got a pull down, we got a row, we got a reverse fly. The last one I wanna cover is going to be a shrug. This is going to be famous with my gentlemen, with my ladies, not so much, but I'm going to cover it anyway. Shrugs are going to work your trap muscles. Your trap muscles are going to be a diamond shaped muscle right here at the top of your shoulders, and it goes about halfway down on your back. But what we're going to do, we're back to the bottom again with the door stopper. From there, I'm gonna pull my handles back till I got some good tension on there. Now with this one, I wanna lean back a little bit because remember, again, I want the movement to be up and not back, right? So with this one, we wanna go straight up. So if we were doing a shrug with the barbell or a dumbbell, we would have the weight by our sides and we would shrug straight up and then back down by keeping our arms straight. We're gonna have to emulate that movement with the bands, which means we're gonna have to move around a little bit and change our body position. So with this one, When I've got the bands tight, I want to lean back slightly, and then from here, all I'm going to do, bring my shoulders up to my ears, back down, shoulders up to my ears, back down, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure my arms are straight. Make sure I'm not bending at the elbows. Make sure I'm focusing on bringing my shoulders to my ears and engaging my trap muscles. There you go. Standing shrug with the resistance bands. Okay? All right. So, last one I want to cover, you guys. Bicep curls with the resistance bands. So, luckily we're already there, but I want the resistance band, or we want the door stopper to be at the bottom position for this last exercise. I'm going to grab my handles, underhand grip, which means my palms are facing up. From here, if you want to step forward to put a little bit of tension on the bands, you can. If you find that it's too heavy, you can step back and adjust it to where the weight is right for you. So from here, all we're going to do, pull straight up into a curl. 1, back down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 to 15 here. Couple things I want to point out with the curl, and these are no different than if we were doing them with dumbbells, with barbells on the cable machine. 1, don't swing with your back, right? We're taking away from the emphasis on your biceps, and we're making the workout about moving the weight rather than stressing out the muscle, which is not what we want. So, back straight, make sure we're not swinging. That's number 1. Number 2, press your shoulders into your sides. That way they stay steady and we're not moving at the shoulder. We're only moving at the elbow, right? Right here. Pull up. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go all the way 12 to 15 this way. Adjust the bands as you need them, okay? I'm only going to cover 1 bicep exercise for today. So I know we usually do about 3 per exercise. With this one, I would say go up to 5 sets, okay? It's the only bicep exercise you're doing. So we're going to have to build volume by increasing the number of sets instead of doing 2 exercises or 2 different exercises, okay? There we have it, you guys. Back biceps day. If you want to add some ab exercises after you do your back and your biceps, you're more than welcome to, okay? If you find that the tempo is a little too slow, what you can do is find a way to 1, reduce the rest time, or 2, superset in between. Superset being combining exercises together. That way you do more work per given unit of time, okay? So that could be maybe a pull down and then an ab exercise in between. If you want, you can start with a pull down, move the door stopper down into a row position, do a row, move it back up, do a reverse fly, so on and so forth, and do it that way if you feel like bumping the tempo up a little bit, okay? I'll get this video out to you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about it. And, I will see you guys next time.